All right, guys, I'm excited. It's getting about that time, and I got to take you through a few things that I've been kind of working on. So basically, I've got the entire engine side of the harness all buttoned up, and all the grounds are all connected, and it's pretty much ready to go. I've got a battery kind of sitting in there for right now, and then on the car side, or the dash harness side, I've got everything kind of sitting there. I didn't want to fully put it away yet because I could have an issue with something and I need to get back in somewhere. So basically I just connected up all the connectors and I put in the cluster and the components I kind of thought that I needed. The other thing that I did too is I found the fuel pump wire and I connected up the fuel pump. So I got to get the main relay clicking on and I got to hear the fuel pump. So let me take you through a little bit about it and show you where I'm up to on this thing. All right, so I've got everything pretty much all connected up. It's just loosely sitting, so I got the battery kind of loosely sitting there, but I got your ground wires hooked up to your chassis. I've got your starter cable hooked up, and then I got the fuse box line, or the main line, to the battery hooked up as well. And then I've got the rest of the kind of ground sort of sitting there ready to go. In here on the car side, I'll take you through a little bit here. But basically I've got the cluster all kind of sitting there, and I just kind of connected up a few connectors. The main important part to see if this thing will kick over is the grounds are connected for the harness. So there's a ground here, and then 2 grounds on that side, and a few grounds hooking onto this main brace here. And then here is the fuel pump line that's connected into the harness. So I've got it kind of sitting up over here and just touched on the fuel pump. There's obviously no fuel in the car right now, so it's definitely not going to start, but I think that I've got pretty much everything sort of buttoned up. So it's pretty much time to see if this thing kicks over. So the first thing is getting the accessories to come on, which should be here. Cool. So I've got all the lights kicking on. I heard the main relay kick off, and I also heard the fuel pump kick off. So here's the moment of truth a little bit. Goal here is I've got oil in it, and I just want to hear the motor crank over, and that's pretty much about it. So it's not going to fire up right now, but I just want to hear it cranking over. So let's give it a crack. Sweet. So perfect. Basically means that all the electrical side is engaging with the motor and the grounds are connected up, that it's starting to crank over. So that's a huge win. And I feel confident now into starting to kind of button up the rest of the harness here and finishing up the fuel pump wiring and stuff like that for here. So I am stoked. Big win. All right, I'm pretty sure that I got pretty much everything buttoned up. I checked the back of the gas tank where I ran all those new lines, and it looks like there's no leaks after I put the gas in it. I filled it up with trans oil, filled it up with motor oil, and I'm pretty sure I've got everything buttoned up. So now it's time to see if she's gonna fire. So I am so stoked. It's been a long journey getting here so far, so let's get cracking into it and see if she starts. All right, this is the moment of truth. Let's see. There's something that's, I think there's something that's a little bit, the connections inside the key barrel, I think there's a connection issue. So I got to take this out and kind of clean it and see what the contact points that are on that, because when I get there, lights are on. Anyways, I heard the pump go, the main relay clicked off, so let's check it out. Woo! He wants to fire. Let's check it out again. There we go. Ooh. Try again. Needs a little more air. What I think is actually happening here is those connection points inside the barrel, when I tick it off, it doesn't stay on. So, and I think that's what's switching off the car from running. But give it another crack. Every time I let go of the key, then it stops. Okay. There we go. Ooh, switched off. So again, I think that these lights switched it off. So I got to figure out this key barrel situation. Every time. Man, I am so stoked. It fires. Yes, I got to figure out the little, clean up those connection points inside where the barrel meets the harness. But man, I bought this motor off some dude on Facebook Marketplace. I had no idea really the condition of what it was in. Same with the gearbox. Still got to tell if that's got any crunches or any problems with it. But just to get that thing out of the half cut, get all the wiring sorted, being able to have the fuel pump go, change it over to fuel injected opposed to carby. And a lot of this stuff is the first time of me doing it. So man, I'm wrapped. I'm stoked. All right, so I'm back at it. It's almost time to get the dash back in the car, which I'm super excited about. The inside of the car has been a mess for quite a while, and it's gonna start feeling good to kind of get some stuff complete. So this is the dash here. Almost on all EFs, the top part of the dash, especially the flocked ones, they get completely cooked out. So I always like to replace them. The big problem is with replacing them or getting them trimmed is that it's 35-year-old plastic and 30-year-old plastic, and it's so brittle. And the way that those upper trim pieces are in there, they're glued in and they're screwed in, and there's hidden screws in them as well. So luckily I kind of know where the screws are, but the main problem that you tend to have is the glue that they glue the piece in is you can screw it up pretty easily. And unfortunately with this one, I screwed it up. So it's kind of a bit of a hit and miss. I've probably taken apart maybe like 5 different dashes, and this is this might be the second one. I was able to save one that I ruined, but you got to re-fiberglass them and re-put them back together. So, but I'll show you the dash and I'll show you the little upper trim piece that I'm talking about. All right, so this is the upper dash section that I'm talking about, and I'm going to show you one. I actually have the B20 out here. This is a project for the future, but this car here has got a B20 with a Type R head on it. But I'll show you this upper dash section here so you know what I'm talking about. So that upper dash section there, this one's a flocked one, it's an ED car. So it gets completely cooked out and it looks like trash. So I always like to try to replace them or retrim them and fix them all up. So this is the upper dash section that I was talking about. basically the CRX and the Civic are basically the same. There's no difference. So I actually had this spare left over from one of my CRXs, and this guy sits right in there just like that. So obviously with the nice stitch line that I was able to have my trimmer put into it, it looks super neat, super clean, real tidy, almost an OEM sort of spec, but I actually matched this stitch line in with the door cards as well, so it looks all nice and tidy all the way around. But I'm gonna get this thing screwed in, and I'll use some T-Rex silicone for it, and get it all mounted back up properly. So let's get this on, and then I can get this thing in the car. All right, so it is now time to get this thing in the car. So it came up really neat, all nice and tidy. Obviously the dash needs a ton more cleaning going on, but it's nice that it's all tucked in tight and ready to go back in. So let's get this thing back in the car. All right, just as an update here, I've got everything back in the car and it all fits and looks super tidy. Obviously that upper dash piece is the main key that I wanted to get sorted in the dash, but I am stoked. It's all kind of coming together. So I'll keep plugging away. I've got the climate control and everything to get in there, and tuck up some wires, and we should be good to go. So stoked. Let's just keep hustling. All right, so I've got the hard race rear camber arms. So because I'm running such a wide offset, I need to be able to run these things to get the wheels basically fitting. So let's go run straight in there, boom, just like that. So undo this nut, bolt nut, and undo those two bolts that are hooked onto the body, and we'll get this thing in there. Right, so now it's time to roll these rear guards, get this basically inner lip folded up so my meaty tires can fit in there. So trick is make sure apply plenty of heat to it and just take your time. The thing that you don't want to do is change the shape of the outside of the guard here. So plenty of heat, slow pressure, back and forth over and over and over again. So you should get it. As you can see, the fitment's all good. Yeah, I've kind of looked down the side of it here. It's gonna sort of tuck in nicely. So took away that inner lip that's in the inside of the guard, and hopefully she'll get no scrubbing. So the fitment I'm kind of mocking is sort of a similar fitment to what my CRX is. So it tucks in there nicely. It's got a little bit, teeny bit of a stance, but not too much. But it's able to kind of run a fatter tire and a little wider offset. So that's the look I'm going for. All right, so it's time to get cracking into some of this interior. Main reason is I usually don't touch the interior until I do the body, but I wanted to, the heater box underneath the dash was leaking. So I got all the carpet all wet. And so I don't want to deal with the smell or anything like that, or deal with the damp carpet. So I'm gonna get it out. I'm gonna rip it out of here and just have it nice and barren in there for now. So let's get it. Some great progress done up on the Civic, and it's now time to get cracking on putting on some side skirts. So I've been able to pick up a set of EK side skirts, and basically the go is with these things, you flip them upside down, put them back to front, and you screw them in. Great little side skirt extension for it. So first things first, let's get this thing lifted up so we can have a little bit of room under there to get the side skirt all mocked up. So all right, so first things first, with these skirts, this edge along here is not going to sit flush against the car, so I'm actually going to trim off this edge. I'll trim off the back side of here because I don't need any of this, and it's just going to kind of be big and bulky in the way. So I'll trim off the back side here, and yeah, we'll start kind of getting it fitted along. But I'll mount it up. I'll drill some holes kind of through the bottom side here of the skirt, and then go up through here and through this plastic here to affix to the car. So yeah, let's just get cutting on a few bits and get this kind of in a bit better shape so it's going to work the car. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. I'm gonna add a new episode here. We got some great progress done in this episode, so appreciate you following along. We're gonna be dropping the videos a little bit more quick to kind of get it caught up a little bit, so stay tuned. Make sure and hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you on the next one. Pew!